This was an environment few modern royals had ever experienced. Harry had come face to face with the tough reality of war.
So the AMP went out to check his body?
Yeah.
Every soldier that's operating out in Afghanistan is under threat from the moment you step off, from the moment you come into the sort of airspace of Afghanistan. You know, that's just the way it is. It's the reality. You've got to face up to it.
The sort of joke we had was that clearly the British have the heir and the spare, because Harry was the spare in this case, and it was clear to us Americans that they knew he could die there. That could easily happen.
The danger was even greater when Harry left the base. He faced the constant threat of being shot at and roadside bombs.
When I do go on patrols and there's in amongst the locals, I'll still be very wary about the fact that, you know, I need to keep my face slightly covered just on the off chance that I do get recognised, which will put other guys in danger.
As a forward air controller, guiding fighter jets and artillery onto Taliban positions, Harry was proving his worth as a fully fledged JTAC, Joint Tactical Air Controller.
If the guys are coming under a lot of fire, then I call the air in. My job being a JTAC means that I'm needed around the place to actually support troops that come under contact. A lot of the time the guys are engaging sort of invisible firing points because the Taliban are very good at hiding in their trenches.
His job was critical, quite frankly, to the safety of the base. Based on the numbers of Taliban, if they had tried to overrun, he would have been the critical component in calling in the close air support to prevent that from happening.
Everything in between these canals is known as no man's land, and any movement in there is basically presumed enemy. Well, it is enemy. There's no one lives there anymore, and if there's anyone seen any movement in there, they are fire positions. The amount of ordnance has been dropped on the place, and there's no roofs on any of the compounds. There's craters all over the place. It looks like something out of sort of the Ballad of the Song, and sure enough, as you look at it, I lose feed. The Americans arrived, all is well in the Empire. They brought dogs. I was going to get pet one. He goes, no, killer dog. It's like, okay. It was drugs dog, friendly. Killer dog, not so friendly. Right.
Would they, did they bring all that just for the meeting?
No,
they probably have with them all the time.
Taking them for a walk.
I would call Harry Harry, and he would call me Bill. There was no sort of Prince Harry or any kind of deference shown in that way, and frankly, he wouldn't have wanted it from what I could tell. And I think he liked just being Lieutenant Harry and doing his job there. You kind of quickly forgot that he was, you know, a prince in the royal family.
This is what it's all about. You know, being here with the guys rather than being in a room with a bunch of officers. It's very nice to be sort of a normal person. For once, I think this is about as normal as I'm ever going to get. As far as I'm concerned, I'm out here as a normal JTAC on the ground and not Prince Harry.
Look out! Look out!
It's very nice just to be here and be with all the guys and just sort of, you know, mucking in as one of the lads. Got more in?
I think what he liked was he could just be himself. He could, you know, metaphorically let his hair down and just be one of the lieutenants.
There we were, just like saying, I never actually asked what it meant.
The company commander was there, and there was some joking back and forth. It really was good to watch him be there and just be a soldier that wanted to be a soldier.
This was probably the closest to a normal life Harry had ever known. And due to the secret deal with the palace, military and media, it was the furthest he'd ever been from the press.
I don't want to sit around at Windsor because, you know, it's nice to be away from all the press and the papers and the general shite that they write.